Everybody, hope everyone's doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and go through each of the 10 questions from the review I gave out yesterday. Hopefully this helps explain the problems to you. If you need more help after this, please feel free to reach out to me. A lot of you are asking questions to remind, and I'm texting you replies back. But if you need one-on-one, if texting doesn't work for you, you just want one-on-one live instruction, please reach out to me and I will set it up for you. All right? Hopefully you guys are not feeling too overwhelmed. I keep getting feedback from other people, other students saying that other teachers are overwhelming you. If you feel like I am, let me know, because I'm not trying to do that at all. All right? So, first question, write the first 4 terms of this sequence. So just by the look of it, you should be able to tell that this is a geometric sequence, right? A1 times r to the n minus 1. This, just by the look of it, you should see that it's a geometric sequence. 8 is the first term, and the common ratio is 1/2. So there's 2 ways to write the first 4 terms. You can plug in 1 to get the first term, you can plug in 2 to get the second term, 3 to get the third term, and 4 to get the fourth term. Or you should see that 8 is the first term. 8 is the first term. You get it also by plugging in 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1/2 to the 0 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. So you can get it by plugging in 1, but that number is the first term. And now the common ratio is 1/2. So the next number after 8 is 8 times 1/2. 8 times 1/2 is 4. 4 times 1/2 is 2. 2 times 1/2 is 1. So here are the first 4 terms of this geometric sequence. Again, I could have plugged in, to get the second term here, I could have plugged in 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1/2 to the 1 is 1. 1 times 8 is 4. All right? Or just know that this is the first term, and this is your r, and then just, if that's your first term, keep multiplying by 1/2. Multiplying by 1/2 is the same thing as dividing by 2. All right, the next one. I want the first 4 terms of this arithmetic sequence. You should tell just by the look of this formula here, this is an arithmetic sequence. Now, I don't know what the first term is. Like in a geometric, that's the first term. I don't know what the first term is, but I know that -4 is d. I know d, the common difference, is -4, but I don't know what the first term is. To get the first term, I have to plug in 1. So -4 times 1 minus 3, that's -4 minus 3 is -7. -7 is the first term. Now to get the second term, I could plug in 2, but I know that the common difference is -4. So -7 plus -4 is -11. Plus -4 again is -15. Plus -4 again is -19. So here are my first 4 terms. -7, -11, -15, -19. Again, I could have plugged in 2 to get the second term, I could have plugged in 3 to get the third term, and I could have plugged in 4 to get the fourth term. But once I get the first term, once I know that the first term is -7, and I know my common difference is -4, it's very easy to write all the terms out. Next, I want to find the 29th term of this arithmetic sequence. How do I know it's arithmetic? Because I'm adding 5. My common difference is 5. So to get the first term, I'm going to use the formula. I'm going to use an equals a1 plus n minus 1 times d. This formula helps me get any term. So I want the 29th term. So I'm going to plug in 29 here. I'm going to plug in 5 for d. And I'm going to plug in 4 for A1. So my 29th term, A29, is going to be 4 plus 29 minus 1 times 5. So that's 4 plus 28 times 5. So I'm going to multiply 28 times 5. And then I'm going to add 4. And I get 144. 144. Next, I want the 12th term. Is this arithmetic? Nope, it is geometric. How do I know it's geometric? Because I'm multiplying by 3. multiplying by 3. When you multiply, it's geometric. When you add, it's arithmetic. So I know r is 3. So I'm not going to use this formula. I'm going to use the geometric formula, which is a1 times r to the n minus 1. So I'm going to plug in 2 for a1. I'm going to plug in 3 for r. And I'm trying to find the 12th term, so I'm going to plug in 12 for n. So let's see. The 12th term is going to be 2 times 3 to the 12 minus 1 power, which is 11. So I'm going to raise 3 to the 11th power and then multiply by 2. 3 to the 11th power times 2 is a large number, 354,294. Next, number 5, I want to find the common difference. I'm telling you the 12th term is 39 and the 22nd term is 139. So I actually gave you a formula for this. I told you that D is going to be AN minus AM over N minus M. So that's going to be, so D is going to be 139 minus 39 over 22 minus 12. That's 100 over 10. So D is 10. So D is 10. Next, I want to find the common ratio. So common ratio, that's for geometric. That's R. Common ratio is R. I'm telling you the third term and the sixth term. So I gave you a formula for that. That formula, R equals, the root is going to be the n minus m root of an divided by am. That's the formula I'm going to use. So it's going to be 6 minus 3, that's the root of 243 divided by 9. Well, 6 minus 3 is 3, so cube root. 243 divided by 9 is 27. What's the cube root of 27? 3. So R is 3. Next, number 7, I want to find the sum of this arithmetic sequence. So this is a series. I'm adding the terms of an arithmetic sequence. How do I know it's arithmetic? Because the D is 7. D is 7 here. So I gave you a formula for this. So Sn is going to be n over 2 a1 plus an. So I need to know how many terms I'm adding together. I need to know the first term and the last term. Well, let's see. I know the first term and I know the last term, but I have no idea how many terms I'm adding together. So I'm going to have to first use this formula to figure out which numbered term is 159. I'm going to solve for n here, figure out which numbered term is 159, because I need to know how many terms I'm adding together. So 159 is equal to a1, that's negative 2, plus n minus 1 times the d, which is 7. So add 2, that's 161, equals n minus 1 times 7. Divide by 7 is 23. 23 is equal to n minus 1. Add the 1, and n is 24. So now I know I'm adding 24 numbers together. So now I'm going to plug back into this formula right here, where n is 24. So it's going to be, so the sum of 24 terms, that's going to be 24 divided by 2, and then the first term is negative 2, the last term is 159. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. This adds up to 157. So 157 times 12, 1884. So the sum of those 24 terms is 1884. All right, 3 more problems. Number 8, I want to find the sum of an infinite series. Infinite. The r is less than 1, which is good, so I can find the sum. So the formula, again, another formula, this is an easy formula, is going to be a1 over 1 minus r. So 5 is a1, r is 0.2. So the sum is going to be 5 divided by 1 minus 0.2. So that's 5 divided by 0.8, which is 6.25. 6.25 is the sum of this infinite geometric series. Next, I want to find the sum of another geometric series. This is geometric. I'm adding 9 numbers together. So, another formula. That formula, the sum of the geometric series, is a1 times 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. So plugging in, the sum of those 9 terms is going to be the first term 2 times 1 minus r, 4 to the 9th power, over 1 minus 4. So the best way to calculate this, on your calculator, you got to do 4 to the 9th, then do 1 minus that, which is going to give you a negative number. Then you're going to divide by negative 3, because my denominator is negative 3, and I'm going to multiply by 2. So let's plug this into the calculator. And the sum is going to be 174,762. 174,762. 174,762. And last but not least, the number 10. Write this repeating decimal as a fraction in lowest terms. So 0.303030. 2 numbers are repeating. So r is 0.01. Because the 3 and the 0 are both repeating. So since 2 numbers repeat, r is 0.01. If only 1 number was repeating, r would be 0.1. The first term is the first number before the repeating starts. So my first term is 0.30. So I'm going to plug into this formula right here, sum of an infinite series. So s is equal to 0.30 over 1 minus 0.01. So that's going to be 0.30 over 0.99. So I can multiply by 100 on each side to get 30 over 99. Divide these both by 3, and I get 10 over 33. 10 over 33. And you can check your answer, right? Let's check our answer. If I do 10 divided by 33, 0.3030303030. So it works. All right, guys, that's the review. You can take your test Friday or Monday. You're going to send me a message on Remind whenever you're ready to take your test, and I'm going to send your test to you, and I'm going to actually give you an hour. You'll have 1 hour to take the test. You won't need an hour. You will not need an hour, but I'm going to give you 1 hour to take the test. Again, you can do it Friday or Monday. I'm not posting the test on Google Classroom. You'll have to reach out to me on Remind and say, please, I'm ready for the test. I'll send you the test on Remind, and you're going to send it back to me on Remind. Hope all is well. Reach out for questions. Talk to you guys soon.